didn't mean this to be surprise.
We come up to say hello to you and everything. Yeah.
I'm glad you did.
Yeah. This
Hello.
is Peter Callstrom, Jim. Jim Skidmore.
Good to meet you, sir.
How are
A
you?
fellow ex-dentist. Ex is the best part, isn't it? And here's Charlie Brumfield.
We talked recently. How are you doing, Jim? Over at when Dr. Hannah
Cat up
passed
there.
away.
Yeah. You saw him at the...
God, you guys are overwhelming.
No, we'll get out of here.
Oh, we come to say, give our respects to you. And,
Brought you a picture and stuff.
and
From?
we've got some pictures here.
Well, I'm going to give one to Jim.
Oh.
I
Very
found a
nice.
picture, Jim.
Very nice house you have, sir.
Oh, thank you.
I love your cat up there too. That's a unique striped cat.
Oh.
Interesting
You
markings.
never know where you're going to find him.
He's a beauty.
Hi, kitty.
We have two cats at home.
You're pretty kitty.
That's a gorgeous
He
cat.
likes to get up there where you can see.
Right, and rule the world.
That's
Oh yeah, what a nice
Who's that?
palace.
likes to play with that one.
Yeah, that's great. Beautiful home. I used to live just across the way on the 15 years ago.
Oh yeah.
I found this. This was taken on the steps, like 1967. Okay.
Hey, I can't remember.
Wait, I got one with the names. Wait.
That nice view.
Brom,
Yeah.
you need to sign this one. Because you haven't signed them all yet. That one's
Is
one's
that
good.
Carl?
Yeah, that's Carl.
We're trying to remember.
So Carl's over here.
Yeah.
Who's that?
PPA opened downstairs.
Here, Charlie.
And I think it was in,
Yeah.
I think it was in '67.
It's got pictures of Carl Loveday,
I played my
And-
first paddle ball.
then me,
Yeah.
and Brom.
Carl.
And then the last guy is
When the ball was
Chamberlain.
it
He was
wasn't
the-
lively.
Deader than it is now.
Yeah. Oh.
And that was
Here was
super
the
fast now.
1967.
Here was the difference in it. It was firmer.
And
So
here-
you could
this one's for
hit
you.
the drive. It
Charlie
wasn't
and
like
I
the
signed it
pinball,
because
but you
we're
could
being
drive it.
moved around.
But you could bump it and it would
Charlie and I
be
signed it, and I put it on
controllable.
here.
The ball
Who
now is
they were.
a flab ball
And the
where it
picture was
goes like
taken
this
there.
on
Okay.
the paddle.
Yeah.
You used to be able to hit splats
So that's your
with the old ball and it
Really?
stayed down. So
Huh.
people had to go all the way in and they had to cover way deep. It was a punishing thing.
That wouldn't be good for my game, would it?
Well, you could play any game because you can kill the ball.
It didn't go off the back wall, so you could lob it,
Boy, that's the old
Yeah.
and you better get back there because you'd have to. It would just die back there. He put me in that corner. I couldn't get out of the corner. He kept hitting me until I started cutting it off. So.
I knew they were gonna come, and so one's for you too. There you go, just leave.
1967. Did you say this picture was taken?
Yeah, I put it on the back, you're gonna get,
Oh, wonderful.
I wrote that all down.
Oh, great. Thank you.
We'll do this at lunch or something.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
Really nice.
Nice view. Could you see Doc Hannah's place from here?
Yeah, you can. It's the one with all the wires.
Yeah.
I think it might be right here.
Jim, how you feeling? All right?
It's on the other side.
You think you're hanging in?
Are you
Oh,
sure?
yeah.
Because I think it's right over that
Don't
line.
really have any problems.
You know, Jim,
Yeah.
I,
right.
I'm just in town
See the
with my
red.
daughter. She had some business to take care of, and so I said I'd come with her.
Well, he
which
had a
I
big
did.
one in the area. You
Yeah.
could walk back and he had a horse.
I arranged for high
He had a little
school.
cottage back there.
He loved the game.
Everybody's gone.
Yeah.
You know, you're in your dental class and your high school class,
Yeah, we were talking
so
about
Hey. these relaxes.
Yeah.
Because they had divorced and got back together and she passed away.
Hey, kid, how are ya?
Sorry about
Good
that.
seeing you. Good seeing you. Here, here. I want to present you this.
How are you? Oh my gosh, how you doing?
We got a little token for you for the ring deal.
A token of our
Sweet of you.
appreciation.
Thank you.
No, they're for your father.
Look at that.
How about
Busy as a
that?
bee, that's me. Awesome, thank you guys.
Sure.
Come on in, sit down.
This view is just priceless.
Oh, it is incredible.
I know, I sell real estate and I can't tell you how many times I'll see the listing that says view, and I go out there, I go, that's not a view. That is not a view. This is a view. You know, when
Get
you're
to see
raised
that
with-
fireworks show too that they do
Oh,
all the
yeah.
time. That must be
Absolutely.
amazing.
Anytime you want to come, I'll have to give you
Incredible.
my phone number. Matter
Yeah.
of fact, I've got to get these bamboo all trimmed because it
Oh
ends
yeah.
up in the
So how
way.
far down does the lot go?
You come over here,
Uh-huh.
and you'll see that chain link fence down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to keep my horses down there.
So it goes this way, or does it go over
It goes
even
to
further?
the end, and then it comes back, and that actually is all open space.
Really?
Yep. So
Undeveloped city land, huh?
Yeah, we fought that
Interesting.
one because they were going to put in 28 units
Whoa.
of homes around the corner, and so
Hmm.
a lot of us got together and we fought it, and we got the city to purchase it as open space.
Was that Doc Tanner's place on the other side there,
Yes.
the red roof?
Actually, you can't really see his house. His house is actually around the corner.
He's alive.
Yeah, that's a different one.
Go up there and play horseshoes.
Yes.
He loved playing games.
Yes,
you know,
he
darts.
did.
Oh, it's too cold. Let's go in and play darts.
Yeah, you know, after he had his stroke in November, I picked up my dad and drove him up there in Escondido every week,
Yeah.
and I got him hooked on caramel frappuccinos.
Oh, yeah, he had to have one. When
I
I'd go
know.
up there, Janine would be gone. She's getting my frappuccino.
Yeah,
When
I
he was
started
able.
him in on those, and she goes, "Boy, did you start something! Now anybody that comes to visit, they want a caramel frappuccino."
Want to hear something funny? See that balloon escape? You know, it's one of those plastic ones. It says
Oh.
"Happy Birthday."
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, my birthday was last week,
Huh.
and I was at University Avenue, and I stopped at the stoplight, and one had gotten away like that and floated past my car, and it said "Happy Birthday."
Oh, how funny! Wow. So
This
who
is an
lives here
enormous
now?
deck. My God, that's
I'm in
gorgeous.
Minneapolis.
You're in
And,
Minneapolis.
and here's who's waiting for me this among my sweetheart. That's my yellow lab.
Oh,
That's Lucky. Where is he? Did he go
right
away?
there. Nope, he's right
Yeah, that's
there.
Lucky, and I just wanted to show you.
Oh, too
He's
cute.
yellow lab.
We have a black
He's
lab at
12
home,
now.
and she's
Okay.
13. She's totally blind. So
Well,
I
he's
gotta,
deaf.
okay, she's blind
Mine's
and
deaf.
deaf.
I'll have to show you mine.
Oh,
That's Philip.
Oh, yeah.
That's Philip the goose.
Philip the goose. You know, we used to have a pet goose.
Philip meets me every morning at the lake.
Oh, beautiful.
And walks with me down the bottom, feed the birds, and walks me back up.
Where do you?
Choyas Lake.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Choyas Lake off of 94.
Off of
I just
94.
walked the dogs over there. That's a beautiful
Oh,
lake
it-
over there.
It's like undiscovered.
I
It's
know.
not crowded like Murray.
I know. And it's shaded, which is
Yeah.
so nice. Has those big eucalyptus trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I took them down and he went in the water.
check
He
out this
just
cat.
loved it over there. So.
Yeah, I go there every morning.
What? Oh, I'm friendly. I got cats. See, there you go. Aren't you pretty? We have a tabby and a oh, what's the other one? The big, super fluffy. Oh boy, he's playful.
Hey, watch it. Hey,
Does he nibble?
hey.
I'm 61.
Here you go.
My kids
See, smell the dog and the cat.
Huh?
I have a dog and two cats at home. We have a Wheaton Terrier, Tabby, and oh, the other one is a can't remember the name. Woo! That's a leap.
You wouldn't think a cat could jump that.
That is amazing. It's a very lean, fast cat for sure. I love your house. Got
Oh,
really nice decor, and I love all this, the animals, and you're a duck man. Did you ever hunt duck?
oh yeah, all the time.
And good duck hunting out here?
Huh?
Is there good duck hunting out here in San Diego, or do you do it elsewhere?
No, not here.
I grew up in the Midwest in Minnesota, where
Did you?
duck hunting's quite the sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love the design of this house. It's so unique.
I designed the house and had it built.
Gimme.
Yeah, Brazil.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
and,
Oh, that's a good picture.
That's how we got to know each other, and just going up there and seeing Chuck, because I go up there.
Well, thank you for letting us come back and see the old court. It's
Oh,
quite a
hey.
treat.
No problem.
I used to live so close by here for years. I lived right across the way from the freeway. There was apartments, and I used to work right down the road down Friars
Oh, did you?
for a number of years running a nonprofit.
What'd you do down here?
I ran a nonprofit called Partnerships with Industry. It's serving people with disabilities and helping them get jobs. And I work now in City Heights, so right down the 15 a little more to University, close to where Dr. Budd actually had his office apparently years ago. I work at a place called the Workforce Partnership where we help people get jobs as well, just everybody. And you were a dentist for many years? You were a dentist?
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
A great profession.
It was a good profession. I enjoyed dentistry.
Mm-hmm.
I have no regrets going into that.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Good work. I spent many years in a dentist chair. Had braces for 6 years. I'll never forget.
Did you?
Yeah. Thank
Are you
goodness.
bleeding again? You bleeding on that arm? Here, let me get a Band-Aid for you.
The PPAers could come here and watch the fireworks from here.
So the stadium had just been built when you built,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
that was about 65, 6 that they.
Yeah,
But
they
the-
were just before us.
Yeah, 805 wasn't there
Sit
either.
down in
Is
your
that
chair.
right?
Oh, that's the 805. That's 15.
Yeah, 15 right
It's
there.
really quite a view.
Come sit down right here, Dad.
River,
You
There
can.
you go.
Riverwalk, top, still 4,000 units there. That's
Like you could-
Can I get you guys anything to drink? You are
No,
eating
we're gonna
something.
go
You're
to
good?
lunch. We used to go to the Longhorn after we played.
Oh, we
so
just went there.
we were gonna go to the Longhorn.
Love that place. Yeah. We just had their fish and chips is amazing, and I love their Italian burger. We
My
just
girls
took
will
that
love
down.
this.
Always get a hamburger there. and
What do you get?
A lot of onions.
Oh yeah. Any special hamburger?
No.
No.
I think the PPA went in the same year as 805 came through.
Yeah.
That was at 68, 69, somewhere.
Well, I know it was here in 68 because I remember Hannah, when I broke my kneecap, told me to
Ouch.
hop up the steps from down there. And so I can place that, and that was before the second tournament. That was, I kicked your ass after having a crippled leg in a
remember
cast
that
for
one,
6
didn't
months.
Yeah, mine was probably broken if I was.
He felt sorry for you.
Yeah, no, there was no mercy.
You know, I have it up on the internet, and I have a picture of all you guys sitting with the tractor, and you're all standing around the tractor before they
gotta
had
see
ever,
that.
Yeah.
Was this the first court you built?
No,
This
this
is-
isn't
this is-
paddleball. There was no.
There
racquetball.
was no racquetball.
Yeah, but
That's so PPA was Pacific Paddleball Association.
but you had built other courts before that.
No.
No.
First
No,
one.
this
There
was
was
it.
no racquetball.
Yeah,
Zero.
right.
That was 69, 70.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, they used to play down in Mission Valley. There was the Mission Valley Tennis
they
Club,
had
and they would
The
get.
dungeons down there.
Hmm.
We went to the same tournaments,
Move the cat.
but it was only paddles in Minneapolis and Wisconsin, but it was all paddles,
Hmm.
which originated at the University of Michigan
Paddles.
by Earl Risky, the intramural
Oh.
director. He started paddleball.
Hmm.
Right?
Who started paddleball?
His name was Earl Risky. He was an intramural director at the University of Michigan in Ann Arbor.
In the 30s.
Yeah,
Oh.
and got to meet him. We went. That was my very first tournament, and I was 35. So I was at 64 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever
Write
meet?
that down, because I always thought that it started right here.
Well, first racquetball was starting, but that was
Oh,
about
paddleball,
2
okay,
years.
got
It was
it.
about 2 years after because racquetball was non-existent.
Right. So racquetball originated here because they had.
Paddleball did.
No, I mean it started paddleball, but racquetball
Oh,
originated
We
here.
were 100% racquetball
Yeah.
when racquetball came in.
Right. But who started racquetball. Who
Well,
actually,
I wrote the
I was
rules.
gonna say, I thought that one of
And
you
named
guys
it.
did, because they had a big
Bob
write-up.
McInerney named it.
Mac-
But you were there, right? You were
Yeah.
sitting next to him when you were.
I give you half credit for that.
That's
I give
right.
you the ball part.
Well, that's a pretty good story. I'll tell you it very quickly. First one, 69, 250, and they called a players meeting. And we came there, it was being called the Rackets Association National Championships. They gave us all little tie classes and all there. But we had this meeting on Saturday, and, you know, we're getting some direction, and they said, well, we gotta give the sport a name. And spent about 20 minutes, they had a big chalkboard up front, and they're writing all these names, and none of them were, nobody liked them, we weren't getting anywhere.
Volleyball,
So I'm sitting in the middle of the audience.
kickball.
I'm sitting here, and Bob McInerney's behind me from Coronado, who played here all the time
Oh.
as our guest. And he leans forward, he says, Dr. Bud, it's got a racket and it's got a ball. Why don't you call it racquetball? I said, Bob, that's a great name. It's really great. Pushes me in the back, says, tell him. I said, I'm not gonna tell him, you're the one who's got the name. Stand up and tell him. You know, and he said that same thing, and it was like a light went on in the room.
Yeah.
It was just by acclamation.
Mm.
So that guy goes up to the board and he writes it RACKETBALL.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there was a little mafia contingent there from Cleveland, and I said, we can't have the connotation that this
As
is
a
a
racket.
sport, you know, and so that went forward. They said, well, what are we gonna do? Bob again says, why don't you just take the French spelling of racket ball, RACQ, and put that in? Bingo, again. That was it.
Were there any other contending names that you were grappling
Paddle
with?
Rackets was one. They already had a Paddle Rackets Association
Uh-huh.
in Greenwich Village up there where Joe Sobick was.
Mm-hmm.
And different names for the tournaments.
What was this meeting? What was the actual meeting?
Well, it was the first national tournament of game played with a strong racket. See? So they said, the guy that started handball was there, Bob Kimmel, and he brought that contingent down from Chicago, Lake Forest, actually, and he wanted to get in on the money-making aspect because he produced a magazine and the NC Dudes. So we formed the association, and for about 4 or 5 years, the sport just took off like crazy. All the money went to Bob in Lake Forest. So we had our board of directors meeting at every nationals, prior to the nationals. And we go, well, what's our budget? You know, we don't have a budget. You know, what's our income? We don't know. And we knew where all the money
And
was.
all in Bob's
Now-
pocket.
Yeah, and he was putting out a national magazine. He was doing that. And he had a secretary that handled everything in handball. He was the czar of handball, you know, the czar, and handled all the money. His name was Mort Levy. He had a younger kid, Chuck Levy, who
Chuck.
became our association guy. So anyway, we said, well, we're gonna have to call Kindler on the carpet, because he was coming to the meeting, because he always had his big speech at the end. So he came and we got him alone, and he says, I'm captain of this ship, and I'm controlling the money. And if you don't like it, I'll go start another association.
Oh, jeez.
And we said, well, let's give us a chance to discuss it. So he left the room. Well, we knew we had to get the money to go in the direction that we and have a budget. And so we decided, and we go, well, who the heck's going to be commissioner? You know, so forth. Who's going to run it and put out a magazine? Well, one of our members, Myron Roderick, said he would do it till we got it going, because he had already ran the National Wrestling Association. So he had the capabilities of putting out the magazine, and he did a great job, ran a couple of national tournaments and everything. So Bob came in and he split, and he formed another association, and then he got Leach went with him, as a entice them over. If you will. You know, that was no big deal because you could still play in both associations. You weren't banned or anything. And then he started the first pros tournaments. He never really did that much of an amateur base, did he, Charlie?
He started an amateur magazine at some point, but I can't. That's when he decided to sort of back off and
handle the pro. But they handled the pro.
They handled the pro.
The
And
pro
then
level. That was the first pro racquetball. There was no professional. We just all stayed together, lived together, had fun together. But it was war once the pros started. As far as dividing us, that's all. Like Charlie and I had always, played doubles together, and because I was with Echelon and he was with Leach, even though he started playing with a Bud Muehleisen racket initially, he was on that side of the street. So, and the rest is kind of
So that same tournament where you named the sport, was that when you and Charlie were playing?
We were in the finals.
So you named it after the tournament or during the tournament?
During the tournament, on a Saturday afternoon,
Okay.
before the semis, which were in the early evening. Finals were the next day.
Who were in the semis?
I played Anzalone in the semis. I don't know who you played.
you played Chuck Hanna in the
I played.
semis.
No, Hannah didn't go that far.
Hanna made it to the semis.
Who'd you have?
He beat Mike Zeitman
Well,
in
then I
the round
played
of 8.
Anzalone in the quarters. So I know I played.
Earlier in the tournament, actually, that could have been the next year that you played Anzalone.
No, it was first. I remember it because
Don't
I remember
argue.
those
Got a
guys
wager
were there
going.
at the match.
Don't
up in
argue,
the mountains.
boys.
Who'd you whoop in the semis?
Ken Porco.
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a whipping.
Torturing?
I went, got beat 21-10 in the first game.
Oh, no
Porco
way.
was a flat-out bruiser.
Like a fullback tank, nice guy, good player.
Kind of built like this, or
Yeah, he's built like
even
you.
squatty?
You could hit a softball close to 480 yards, 80 feet.
Holy cow! So he's giving you a little bum fight out there.
Well, he hit like this.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
He had a bunch of
Exactly.
funky stuff. That's one of the things about the first few tournaments is everybody had their own deal.
Remember, there was no ceiling ball in the first tournament. The ball was so soft, there was no ceiling.
Closer to a paddle ball.
Yeah,
Speed.
but softer than that, wasn't it, Charlie?
Yeah, it was about like the
So-
modern paddleball.
And of
Really?
course, Charlie and I had played 2 and 3 times a week for years, So the rallies were extensive in that match. But I destroyed him 21-20 in the third. What a match.
What a
We
beatdown.
knew each other, everything each guy was going to do.
I tell you, I played racquetball at Mesa College,
Oh, yeah.
and they had it so you played cutthroat, and whoever won went up a court. If you lost, you went down a court. So I made it to the top, and I'm feeling really good. I'm playing with all these guys, and they're just like, you need to get serious. I'm like, I'm up here, and I just won. I'm serious. Then I'm ready to take on Dad, and I'm thinking he's got a bum ankle that he taped up. And we go down there, and he goes, I'll spot you 15 points. And I said, excuse me? I think I should be spotting you 15 points.
As you kick him in the ankle.
It was 21-16. I got 1 point. I mean, talk about your ego just hitting the dive tank. Oh my
I know what that
gosh.
feels like playing this
He
guy.
just sat there in the middle, and he had me running all over the place. I don't think he moved from the center. He just put that ball exactly where he wanted it. I'm like, oh my gosh, how embarrassing.
Jim, do you recall Betty Weed, that she built a facility, they call it Helix Courthouse?
Helix Courthouse.
Yeah, Helix Courthouse,
Yeah.
yeah.
She, well,
Big, blonde.
Betty
blonde-
Weed became
Yeah.
a very fine woman, and she had the Helix Courthouse right down there off the freeway. She was in the obits this morning.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's her, Betty,
Well, there
Betty
can't be
J.
two
Weed,
Betty- no, that's her. There's not two Betty
1940.
Weeds.
Yeah,
And he said she was born in 40,
yeah,
which makes her 79.
yeah,
She was a stud muffin.
yeah. She ruled the roost.
Her husband's name was
Chuck.
Chuck Weed.
Yeah.
And so we called him B-Weed and C-Weed. There's the name,
He gives everyone a name. You never know who he's talking about. You go, who?
Yeah, everybody has nicknames. So, Beeweed and Seaweed. She went into police work and
Yeah,
was in
she's-
charge of Balboa Park, you know, all those bathrooms and stuff over there where everybody became a busy job with Hillcrest development.
Yeah, she was a nice lady.
She was
I
tough,
liked her.
boy.
Yeah.
Tough gal.
I'd play her once a week.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the women like to play with me, you know, on the court, because I didn't hit the ball hard. And then I showed them mercy where these guys wouldn't show them any mercy.
I loved volleyball. That's what we used to go down.
Yeah,
I had
it
a
was
team
fun.
that went down every single
Yeah.
weekend.
It was a
to
fun
play
game.
Volleyball. It's like
Yeah,
it
fun
was a
game.
fast game. You got a good workout.
Fun game. Yeah, and you didn't have to run around too much. That was-
But those were the days, you know,
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
never be duplicated.
Yeah.
Never be duplicated. Going to Gorham's, you know, getting a court there. And
This Betty Weed, Sandy, was a strong woman and a very good competitor, hit the ball hard. We were out at Mel Gorham's facility in Pacific Beach, was very popular initially. And it was 6 courts right in a row, and there were the locker rooms and everything else. And Betty had a match coming up, and we were sitting in the men's locker room, and she knocks on the door and comes in. She says, "They're cleaning the bathroom. I gotta use the bathroom." She says, "Go on," you know. And she goes down in there, and you know, we're all quiet, and it sounded like a horse. DC never forgot that. DC tells that story, and then he goes, "Thanks a lot." She walks right out, you know, like nothing ever happened, and we just roared. She was, but she could give and she could take it, boy.
yeah, she was nice.
Yeah, I think help me here, Charlie. The orders that the courts went in, because when you know you came home and we were playing at what there was, the YMCA's and the Jewish Center, and so all of a sudden we started to build courts. I only can remember that mine in El Cajon went up in '74. I think George Brown's was before that. And I got it where Reed's was right about the same time or just after mine. Gorham was he first?
He was first.
I
Yeah.
started in '64 playing at the San Carlos Club, which was at Jackson and Navajo.
Oh, okay.
And
Is it
then,
still there?
no, it was bought out by
Condos.
Spanos, and he put a big condo project there. And
the
we,
Spanos that owned the Chargers?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
and I became aware of a tournament. I'd only played for a little while in paddleball, and I heard there was a tournament in town, and there was 2 courts out at. We just visited the area yesterday, up at Shelter Island.
Konakai.
At the Konakai Club, and that's where I met Dr. Muehleisen.
Yeah, don't miss that word.
But were the ceilings higher in those courts?
And I'm going to get to the courts where I
Yeah,
thought the
okay.
ceiling was higher,
Yeah.
but they were in existence in '64. That no
Built
longer
for
in
handball.
existence now.
Everything was built for handball.
So then Dr. Muehleisen invited me to start working out with him. After that match, I was probably 17, and he invited me over to the Copley YMCA, which is right up by University in 15, and they had 2 really nice courts there. with-
Indoor, yeah.
very nice, and we were playing there, but it was very hard to get a court in the evening, and you only had it for an hour, and it was tough to warm up and finish a match and that type of thing. So these guys got together and had the PPA built. Now that was either 66 or 67.
Right in there.
So it was pretty quick. I played maybe 3 years at the YMCA. And then the next change of events was Mel Gorham was the first commercial court, and it went in '71.
he got that built without zoning permits or anything. There was no parking, nothing. It's right on Turquoise. And,
That included
it
his
became a
also his condo project had no 5 foot back. No, I mean, it was unbelievable what he could get done.
Well, he knew the
He
I was
came
just
to
gonna
me.
say, bottom line is he knew somebody.
Well, listen to this one.
Yeah.
Councilman Jim Bear was
he-
Bear was his last.
He called me one time, and he used to have this big yacht, and they would try to board him. It was outside the the baseball thing they do there with all the evil names and everything, that over the line deal. Well, it was just in its infancy, so Mel Gorham would come in with this yacht, and he would park right off the coast of the ball game, and he would have the girls come over and beat the guys off with the oars. Anyway, he became notorious down there, and the feds wanted to board him all the time for cocaine. So that's the first time I got hired as an attorney, was as his cocaine counsel. And I was on the boat and they boarded us. All the cocaine had been utilized by that time, and so they were looking around for some offense that they could, but we had tied up to a sister ship for the party. And with whatever the little things that they looped over, and it was tied up, so they busted us for not having enough life preservers for the people they counted on board. And so we went to court, and I was our counsel. And my first argument was that they couldn't, that because they were bound together, they constituted a single vehicle. And since the feds didn't know how many life supporters were in the sister ship, it was improper for them to give us a ticket.
Could have been ample.
The judge threw that one out, and then I said, look, we rescued all these girls at sea while they were swimming out to the yacht. He liked that one and dismissed the case. Rescued them at sea.
I was not at that party. That's why I was very attentive.
But on the political deal, Gorham calls me one day and he goes, hey, they busted me for illegal gambling in the yacht. I go, Mel, and he goes, I want to file a suit. He goes, it was prostitution, not illegal gambling. I said, Mel, those are approximately the same offenses. He was running for supervisor.
Really?
Yeah.
Mel was?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So he was just a classic guy. And then he hired Paul Haber.
Paul Haber, yeah.
Bud's
To run his
nemesis.
facility.
And I've got a picture that you guys would just enjoy. It's a picture of Bud played the big match with Paul in '72 at Memphis State. And then Paul got hired after that match by Mel to manage the San Diego club.
Wow.
In Turquoise Street. And they wanted to do an exhibition match, and Bud arranged it, and I played Paul. And the picture was Mel Gorham, Bud, me, and Haber right before the match started. And it's an interesting deal because no one wanted to ref either one of us because we were both assholes. So what ended up happening is they picked a handball player from the handball community up in LA to be the ref. And all the handball players, every single one of them hated Haber because he had floated so many bad checks and various other...
He was a character.
He was a character. So they had him referee. I swear to God, it's the only match in my life where I got every single call. The whole match. And I won 21-20. That guy was unbelievable.
He was-
Paul Haber.
Yeah.
Is he around?
No,
He
he
is
passed away.
about deceased 10 years, and he's buried at the Jewish
Yeah, where is that section? You ever been to it?
It's just west of the big Christian cemetery out there on 805
Hope.
and 94.
That's Mount Hope, yeah. I went out there, but my mom's ashes are spread there over my grandfather's grave.
Mhm.
So I was looking for it. I asked the guy, where's the Jewish part? Because one section's all Catholic, you know.
He didn't
He was
have
up
any,
against the fence, I've seen
Yeah.
that grave.
Paul didn't have any money and no supporters, and they didn't have any money for a headstone.
Hmm.
When he passed away, it was about 10, 15 years ago. And I had already had, my best friend was Carl Loveday. He was
Now, he was
contemporary.
a member, right?
Yeah, he
Carl
was a
Loveday.
member here. And so when he died, with his prior permission, I must add, I got his ashes for my putter. And so he was a wonderful putter, so he gave me his putter with his ashes
Oh,
in it.
wow.
And then when I saw Haber go down, who was a pro golfer, I tried to people were really offended by when I asked for his ashes for the wedge. So get the hell out of here.
You
But,
actually put it inside?
yeah, it goes in the shaft.
Oh, how funny.
So
Funny.
the
That's a good one.
Haber there was a big memorial fundraising to get a nice plaque for Paul, and they did a bunch of specials on him. He was really a newsworthy character.
We were playing, remember the bar across the street from Gorham's, and the pool table, so Paul
Right.
and I were playing pool, and he started getting hiccups. I mean, and I said, well, Paul, you can't shoot the ball. Did he go to get down to get the ball? And we had been
Probably
drinking.
from the night before.
We had been drinking, and he goes, oh, I'll show you a cure for that. So he goes to the bar, and he gets the sugar jar, and he opens it up, and he pours half of it in the glass, and then he has the guy pour 4 shots of whiskey in there, and he stirs it up, and he drinks it. It stopped his hiccup, so he went back playing pool.
The old hiccup trick,
Yeah, I thought he did.
anything for the 4 shots.
Yeah.
You could only fake the hiccups.
He used to have a party in those condos down there on Turquoise for the Super Bowl every year, and he made what he called Baby Baby wall bangers. And every participant would be passed out in the gutter after the deal, and it was a whole world, different world back then. The cops would have everybody jailed for 6 years nowadays. So,
What
So
was
he-
amazing though about
You
him,
should have drove by Turquoise.
what was
He
amazing
become
about
a
him though,
French
he would drink and he smoked continuously. But he'd be up playing 7 o'clock in the morning playing handball, you know, or racquetball.
he was a magnificent creature of a competitor. He was unbelievable.
So how was he as a manager of Gorham's,
I
given all
don't
that?
think he did that
Cared
wrong.
less, never worked.
I went
He
to,
hustled all day long.
Is that right?
Hustle guys.
Yeah.
listen to this
Play for
one
money.
story, Mel was an electrician. He had an electrical company by trade.
Contractor.
And he was an electrical contractor. And Paul was at the sports center.
Mm.
And Mel didn't pay his bills. So creditors would file suits and serve Paul at the sports center. So they called me, the trial was supposed to go on up in LA, and I was teaching 13 hours of clinics that day at the LA Athletic Club. And Mel wanted me to come over as an attorney to try to defeat the case. And the only way I could defeat it was on the service issue, because he wasn't served at the electrical facility. He wasn't a manager of the electrical company. So anyway, I didn't have time to change, and I came over in my shorts. And the judge goes, I've been on this bench. It's a Brown, it was before the elderly Brown guy was on the, I've never seen. So anyway, we put the evidence on, and Paul, the plaintiff, asked Paul, is that the guy that served you? He goes, yeah, that son of a bitch, and I'm gonna kick his ass right now. And he jumps out of the chair, and the judge is just going, what the heck? And he wanted to post what he referred to as a peace bond, which I had never heard of. But eventually they dismissed the case for us right there, and I got back onto my next lesson.
I never heard that story.
I want to ask you, who were the original people that started the court?
Yeah. Carl Loveday,
Okay.
Dr. Kim Hill, myself, Jerry Kobernick,
Dr. Hannah?
and Dr. Hannah, and and Skid, of course.
How about Sutton?
No, Sutton came later.
Did Carl pay?
Yeah,
He is
yeah.
not noted as a payer. I go, Carl, do you have a scam gene in there?
You know, Jim literally was giving the property, you know, and would get that when the lease ran out. And
So how did that work? So everybody put in money,
yeah,
like 2,000 or something?
no, I think it was. Do we see Al Chamberlain, who's in that picture? You can have one of those. I brought one for you. He was the contractor, so he did it at cost.
Okay.
So he built it, and then we all divided it up. He built half of Escondido, by the way. He was a great guy and a good player. And I think it was between $1,700 and $1,900, as I recall, that we each had put in. Okay, and then we were the only ones that had keys to get in. Okay, so if Charlie came or someone would be one of our guests, and you got close with Kobernick. You guys played all the time, didn't you? Yeah. And
What
Sutton was quite
about, what about
the
Abe
actor.
Swerdlow? Do you
No, he
remember
would
him?
have been a Kobernick guest.
So how did that work? It was like a lease for so many years?
Yeah, so, no, that was interesting. I remember at the dinner, we were down at Sexton's, well, we have to put a lease on this, how are we gonna do it? And some guy said 17 came up. And one of them said, one of us said, that's not very long, you know? And Kim said, well, I'll be dead by then anyway. I remember he said that. I said, okay, 17. Because we added our age and we knew we wouldn't be playing. And we were too old. Because all of us noticed we're old. Well,
So after
I
17
think your
years.
mom would have wished it would have been about for 2 years or 1. Isn't that right?
So after 17 years, it converted to be all.
It became total property of Skidmore's.
Okay.
You didn't know this, but one night I almost played Elvis Presley.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I knew the doctor, his doctor, Nicopolis, because I taught his son in Memphis. And they were up in LA, or they were going to LA for a concert. Then they were coming here the next night, and the sports arena was sold out. I got this call about midnight, woke me up, and he says, we're doing this thing, and the next night we're coming down there, and Elvis wonders if he could play racquetball with you. I said, sure, it's all right, sure.
You said Elvis who?
Yeah, yeah. I was not an Elvis fan. I never was. Later years I became, but never when he was in his prime. I didn't care. And anyway, he said, there's 2 things though. He says, we will not start before midnight because the concert will end about 10 and he likes to cool down and everything else. 12:30, is that all right? I said, yeah. And he says, we'll have some guards and no one is allowed near that place. And I said, well, that's no problem. It's going to be easy to police right at the top of the stairs. You know?
Right.
I said, fine. So they finished the concert, and he gives me a call on the phone, wakes me up after the concert again, midnight, and he goes, Dr. Budd, I'm really sorry. But he says, Elvis came down with bronchitis. He barely finished. We're all getting on a plane and going home. I said, well, you know, the sports arena's sold out. He goes, yep, that all has to be refunded. So it never came off.
Oh, how funny.
Yeah.
This is our son Blair. Say hi to
Hi,
everybody.
Blair.
Hi.
All right.
You
And
guys all,
did you help build the court at Graceland as well, or how did that come about?
My doubles partner, Myron Roddick, the guy that's a commissioner, he went back to Oklahoma and started a racket company, building like I had, and he did the court at Graceland. Yeah.
Did you get to play there?
No, I never did play there.
Seen pictures of it. It's really
We've had
beautiful.
a number of friends that played there a lot.
this is my husband Paul.
Hey, Paul.
gentlemen.
Hi, Paul.
Howdy, howdy.
Hi.
I met you.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't think I met you.
I'm Charlie. How are you?
I'm Bill.
Bill?
I'm Bud. Hi.
Bud. Very
I'm
nice to
Dennis
meet you.
also. Like your dick.
They used to
Father-in-law.
pull together.
Yeah. Well, hey, same school.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, in San
RV is a
Francisco.
mess.
And, of course, Jim's a lot older than me. Right?
What's that?
I told him we were at the same school, but you're much older than me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Don't forget
I
it.
think all of 3 years or something. Yeah, he graduated the year I started. So we weren't in the school.
That's like-
Kobernick's son went there. Did you know that? Don, Kobernick's son went there too.
Where?
Brother to PNS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you wanna go down and
Yeah,
see
we'll
the
go down,
courts?
we're gonna go take a look and reminisce and shed a tear and take a picture, and then we're going to lunch. So, thanks for having us over.
Hey.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thanks.
Thank
My
you very
pleasure.
much.
Thanks for
Thank you
having us
very much.
over.
Good seeing you again. He'll take us down there. Good. Oh,
If I can get up, I'll
and
come
bring
down.
all the grunts and groans and people get up and down.
Getting to be a problem, isn't it?
I'll be 86 next month.
Holy
Next
moly.
month, 86.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be
112?
getting up there. 88.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm catching you guys, I'm 65.
Oh, God, yeah, I got underwear older
Never
than you.
catch me.